Hi everyone, I'm Devkan Gary, and today I'll be walking you through Gitbook. Now let us understand what is Gitbook. Gitbook is a documentation platform where teams can collaborate and document about different products, about the internal Wikipedia and the APIs. It's a platform where everyone can collaborate, edit and share the documentation. Now let us talk about the features of Gitbook. The users can create documentation which others can see apart from the team working upon the project. Say you're working upon a project named Captain with 5 of your colleagues with a repository in GitHub named as Captain. Now if you want to share the documentation with the marketing team who aren't in GitHub, then how are you going to solve it? Or how are you going to send it to them? In such situations, Gitbook comes into play. So Gitbook has a feature that it's a knowledge base for the end user. It is based upon Markdown, and the user can use the online editor to edit and insert snippets into the documents. Now here we see that this is the landing page of the Gitbook. You can sign it up with your GitHub account, or you can sign it up for free using your email ID. So let us explore what is it all about. So as you can see that these are the different documentation made by the different companies regarding their products. You can see here Thunderbird, Keeper Security, you can see Canva, Westmart, and so on. So now let us talk about this documentation. So this documentation speaks about what Gitbook is all about, or what a user can do by using the Gitbook. So here we have exploring. So here we can start exploring. We can create an account and start exploring Gitbook, create an organization, etc. What is space? So spaces are basically a playground where one can create documentation or APIs and meeting notes, etc. Now, what is the unique selling proposition of Gitbook? So Gitbook is basically free for the community who are working on open source project. It's a major plus point for the organization who are working with open source project. So here, when you go to the pricing section, you will see that it's free for the open source project. So the open source community can reap the maximum benefit of this Gitbook. Okay, now let us go to dashboard and see what we can do with Gitbook. Okay. Now the question arises what the users can expect from Gitbook. It can be used for CRM. It has built-in CRM, customer resource management. It can be used for product documentation. It can be used as a meeting notes for personal or for the community. It can also be used to create API documentation, and one can publish it online. So suppose you are making a product, say you are making a mouse. Okay, so you are making a mouse and you are going to ship the mouse. In the cartoon box of the mouse, you can mention the link for the documentation. So the user can log into that web address and they can read the documentation online, thereby saving paper. Okay, now let us start a project here. So we would click here and we enter a new space. So as I mentioned earlier, that new space is basically a playground where you can create a documentation. Here we need to enter the name of our document. Say I'm going to enter as Flask. So I'm sure most of us have worked with Flask or heard about Flask. So Flask is basically a microservice framework created for Python it is usually used to make lightweight web apps. So let us write. Let us name the first page as introduction page. So here you can see that we can enter our contents here. We can we can make contents here with the help of the templates. There are different types of templates available out here, such as product documentation, internal Wikipedia, API documentation, and meeting notes. Say we are not going to use, say for example, you can also create your own choice of template. You can create your own documentation out here. So let us write here that Flask. I'm sorry. Okay. So here we have come up with a description. Now here we can insert different types of things. Say we can insert a paragraph, we can insert a heading, we can insert an ordered list, we can also insert a code block, we can insert files, and there are plenty of things which you can insert out here. You can also embed links from the YouTube. Okay, so now let us create okay, so now let us write code snippets for Flask. So this is our code block. Let us rename as Flask. Okay, I'm sorry, I deleted it. Okay, now okay, so we are going to write Flask code. Okay. Okay, so we have written 3 lines of Flask code out here. Okay, now what we are going to do is that we are going to publish it. So here you can see that you can publish it for the others to see. It's running in circles. Yeah. So we can. So this is our link. We can send it to our colleagues who are not in who are not in GitHub. We can send it to each and everyone, or whoever we want. So this is the thing that we have been working upon. So as you can see that the Flask code is incomplete, or you can say that there is some bug out here. Now you receive that feedback that your Flask program is incomplete. Okay, after receiving the feedback, as a developer, one would go and edit out here. Okay, now okay, we are going to edit. So a couple of sections we missed it. We actually missed it intentionally, just in order to show of how things are done. Okay, return. Then we do this one. We use the heading one. Hello. We use h2 tag. So these are the tag. Yeah, we are done with this one. Okay. Now, a couple of your colleague might suggest, please insert a link. Please insert a YouTube link or something like that. So what we can do is that we can first try to, okay, let's start. Okay, let's try to embed a YouTube link at first. Later on, we are going to edit it. Okay, now we need to go to YouTube. Okay, so we have this one lined up. Just copy it. We are not going to check this YouTube video. Okay. Yeah. So this one is web hosting using Heroku. Host your web app. Okay, so this is our things with which we have added out here. Okay, another one might people might suggest that kindly show the logo of Flask. Okay, so we are going to type here logo of Flask Python. We need to enter it Python, otherwise it's going to fetch us the water bottle Flask. Okay. So we have this one. Okay, let's use this one. Right click. We can either load image. We can load image from our desktop, or we can we can do one thing. We can copy the link address out here. We can move it out here. Okay, there was one. Yeah. There's a URL which would give us embed and URL. Yeah, this one. So we are going to paste the link address out here. Yeah, we are going to rename it as logo Flask. Okay, so as you can see that initially we just created introduction where we missed out a couple of lines of code out here. After getting the suggestion that we need to improve upon the documentation from our colleagues, we went ahead and we embedded a YouTube web address out here. We had also inserted a Flask logo out here. So let us submit and see how it looks like. Okay, edit. Let's name it as edit 1. Let us submit out here. Yeah, so the change is submitted, and it is asking whether we want to merge with the original project. Yes, fine. We're going to merge it. Okay. Now let us check this project. Okay, initially it looked like this. Now if we refresh it, yeah, there are the 3 lines of code which has appeared now. This web hosting using Heroku. This link has also has appeared out here. We are just going to see whether this works or not. Yeah, it seems to be working fine. Yeah. So it's working. Let's move on to the next page, and let's see whether it is showing out the Flask logo. Yeah, it's showing out here. Yeah. Let's check this one, whether if we open this link in a different web browser. Say I want to open it in Google Chrome. Assume that I'm opening in a different computer. So let's go here. Let's check whether it's opening or not. Yeah, let's check out the remaining. Yeah, we are able to view this one. We are also able to view, we should be able to view this URL. Yeah, so everything is working fine. Yeah, so this is it. You guys can log into Gitbook and you can play around, create different types of documentation and see how you can take it up from here. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.